Stop thinking that building apps is hard. That is not the case anymore. Today, you can launch a legit AI app with zero coding knowledge in one freaking afternoon. I'm talking you can be a complete noob. It's so easy that if you know what you're doing, you can turn an idea into your first functioning and possibly profitable app before your Uber Eats order shows up. It sounds too good to be true, right? Actually, experienced entrepreneurs and founders are cashing in fast while everyone else is still stuck asking ChatGPT for Ghibli cat images and brain rot. The people that master understanding demand, creating solutions, marketing, no code app building with AI, these are the people that are getting the advantage at starting the next $1 million app, tool, platform, brand, or business online. But no worries, because we're going to break down exactly what you need to start thinking to be building like $1 million startup founder, even if you're a complete beginner. If you watch this video to the end, you will learn how to find and validate a winning app idea before you build, a secret free API credits method that allows you to start building for zero upfront with free AI, and how to build and launch our app with a powerful no-code builder. Today we'll be using Emergent, an agentic vibe coding platform, which basically means anyone, even a complete beginner, can now lock in, cook, and vibe code up a full stack app with a couple prompts. It's as easy to use as ChatGPT, but it's specifically designed to help you build real apps, products, dashboards, games, trackers, whatever you want without knowing how to code. If you're ready to build, let's get started. The links to Emergent will be down in the description and the pinned comments, so go down there and access the tool and sign up to follow along with the video. Once you sign up, you'll receive some free tokens without having to pay a dime, so you can build while you watch. Big shout out to Emergent for sponsoring this video, and let's get into it. Before we go any further, let me just remind everyone that for a limited time, I'm hooking up my viewers with a free auto DM comment lead and sales generation bot, so you don't have to pay for expensive tools like ManyChat. You'll never miss another comment or DM on Instagram. Plus, I'll personally show you how I use it to sell digital products on autopilot. If that sounds like something you're interested in, you'll find the link down there in the description. Make sure to sign up and book your first strategy session with me completely for free. Now that we've signed up for Emergent, we're going to be able to start building. Here in the center of the screen, we're going to see a prompt input box, which is very similar to a lot of other tools that we use. So most of us will know what to do with this. Basically, you enter your prompt here. So you would tell it to build the app or whatever you're trying to build with Emergent by just entering in some text here, explaining what you want. And below this, you have an option to attach files and images. You can connect to GitHub. There is these different models that you can use depending on what you're trying to build. Here you can see they have a mobile agent, which we can see above here is a upgrade that they've added in here to start building mobile apps. So that's a plus. Next to that, we've got some different models that we can select from, like Claude Sonnet and GPT-5. Then we also have advanced controls. If we click on this gear, this is going to allow us to select the template to use to build, and it gives us the budget for the build. Next to this, we have this white arrow, which is basically what we use to submit our prompt. Let's say we don't have any ideas to start, and some of you may have never done this before. Down here, you have some quick options you can select just to run a test and see how this works. Let's click on this clone Spotify option and let's hit enter. So the prompt was super simple. It just said make a clone of Spotify. We can see here that it's setting up a safe environment. It says that it usually takes around 1 to 2 minutes, but this is moving pretty quick. So let's see what we get now. So it looks like the agent is processing the next steps. As the agent builds out your app, it's actually going to break down what it's doing. As you can see here on the screen, it's showing us the steps that it's taking to complete the app. For some of us, this is going to be like a foreign language, but luckily we have our agent and we have this tool, so we're not going to have to worry about coding. You can see here it says, now let me get more specific information about Spotify's visual design elements and color scheme. If we drop this down, we can see if there are any issues. Like here it says, I don't have access to the exact future color scheme updates for Spotify's dark theme as of 2025. So it's letting you know that it doesn't have that. And you can actually expand on all these steps and see exactly what it did to build the app. It looks like it's loading a preview for us here on the right, which is something I love about these no-code tools, is you can take your idea and build right away and see your idea come to life quickly, right? And this allows you to test your ideas, test out your tools. In my opinion, the best way to take advantage of these kinds of tools is to build yourself tools, So it looks like we have a problem here. It's given us a bunch of errors, but the agent should be able to correct these errors and get the app finished. It looks like it's doing its job now, seeing as the preview is changing, which is awesome. Back in the day, you would have had to hire somebody to come in that understood code to fix these errors. There are other tools like this that will stop each time it encounters an error. But here you can see that the agent is doing its job by handling these errors on its own. It's going back, validating what it did, seeing what the errors are, and seeing how to fix that. This tool is actually taking control of the situation and just moving through the errors and correcting them as it goes. So if you're a beginner and you see these errors show up, don't worry, the agent should be able to fix them. All right, looks like the agent has finished building our app. We can see that it gave us a summary of what it did. So let's read this. It says successfully built a complete Spotify clone with all core features like the dark theme UI, sidebar navigation, music player, search functionality, library management, trending songs, popular artists, and responsive design. All features work with mock data. We'll talk about this in a second. Here it says, and provided an authentic Spotify-like experience. So it made this look just like Spotify. The UI works like Spotify. You can see that you can search for different categories. You've got a mock library. And when I say mock, I'm referring to the data, right? Because these images, they're not real artists. These songs aren't real songs, even though here it looks like it did actually reference some real songs. Let's see if we click on play, what it does. So you can see the player even comes up down here at the bottom, but we don't have any real music in here. And data is going to be super important for making a functioning app. Like you can build a front end UI like this, connect ChatGPT to it, which is what a lot of people do. But if you want to separate your tool from other tools that are just basically a wrapper or like a front end version of an app connected to ChatGPT, right? You want to be able to plug data into that data that's going to help it accomplish like a specific goal or specific task, a solution that your app is providing. So we're not going to deploy this app. Before we touch the no-code builder again, let's validate our winning app idea. There are many ways to do this, but here are 3 easy ways you can do this right now. This is part of the process, and trust me when I say it will save us time and show us real data we can work with. One option is to use a tool like Empire Flippers, a curated online marketplace that helps entrepreneurs buy and sell established profitable online businesses by vetting listings. You can use Empire Flippers to validate an app idea by scanning their marketplace and valuation reports to see what similar apps or online businesses have sold for, revealing real demand, proven monetization models, and active buyer interest. But for this example, we'll be using another option you could use today for this, which is App Magic. This tool shows us top performing apps in the Google Chrome store and their estimated downloads and revenue. And literally, we're going to steal what's working. We're going to scope top ranking apps and pinpoint solutions to pain points folks are already paying for. And ask yourself, can I make a better version or niche down to solve one specific solution that other apps are not? All right, so let's find an app for us to build with Emergent, something like a journaling app. Here I have App Magic already filtered by journaling apps, and I think what we can build is simple for this example as an MVP, so like a minimum viable product that you can start testing completely for free. Based off of what we're seeing here, our first app that I'm pretty confident we can build right now with a couple prompts is a private diary. I think this would be a good, easy option. So once you have the app you want to emulate, do as much research on the app itself as you can, and even get it for yourself to check for the user experience. See what it feels like to use the app and start thinking of ways you can improve this. Now, it looks like the top diary apps have a lock feature. So our next step is, can we build something with the features that everyone wants, and what can we add to this to make it better? Just a heads up, down in the description, I'll be sure to include free helpful resources and tools related to this process. And there will be a free custom AI that I built to help you with the next step. And this is going to be crucial in getting your app built correctly. So be sure to access that below. Now, the third option to find your winning app is actually slept on by so many people. Hear me out. Just looking at the complaints people have about the app that you're trying to build, current LLMs and AI tools, that's going to be super helpful in you figuring out what you need to include into your app. So dig into the complaints on tools like ChatGPT, find the problems people are already screaming about. And if you can build a no code tool that solves one of those little complaints, you're on the money. And really, no matter what, you should use the complaints and messages that highlight the features they love and hate to build the right way. That's what I did for this journaling app idea. Now that we have our app idea, you can start crafting your solutions with precision. Our Spotify app was built with a simple 3-letter prompt, but we want more control over what the no code builder is going to create for us. And the real pros know that the system prompt isn't just one sentence. What you need is a PRD. Down in the description is a custom AI that I built that will help you build your PRD, system prompts, and supporting documents. It's free, so go down there and check it out. Here's why this framework is so critical for a functioning app fast. Professional developers don't start with code, bro. They start with a simple blueprint. This blueprint is what they call a product requirements document. It's what ensures your app actually works. It helps you answer 3 simple questions. First, what is the exact problem you're solving? This gives your AI tool its purpose and context. Second, what should the app be able to do? This is where you outline the features and the data your AI will use to make this happen. Third, what are the specific step-by-step rules? This is what you'll use to guide the AI to make sure it works exactly how you want it. This is how you go from a simple idea to a professionally built functioning app. So down in the description, remember, there is a custom AI that will help you build your PRD, system prompts, and supporting documents. It's free, it's easy to use, and it's going to definitely help you build out any PRD for any app idea that you have. So go down there and check that out. Now that we have our PRD, we're going to convert it into a JSON prompt. And that's just so that the model understands step by step exactly what to do from start to finish. It understands your PRD and it's structured in a JSON prompt. So I've already done that. I'm going to come over here and paste this prompt into Emergent and let's see what we get. So we've pasted our prompt into the input box. Let me scroll up to the top here, make sure it's all in there. All right, cool. Looks good. I'm going to submit this and we're going to wait for the safe environment to be set up. I'm going to speed this up. This normally takes around 1 to 2 minutes, but for the video, I'm just going to speed it up here. So there's our prompt. Let's scroll down to the bottom and see if there's any messages from the agent. So we can see that it's processing the next steps and it's given us our first question. So we need to clarify these questions before we can move forward. So the first question is regarding the tech stack. It says the app description mentions Flutter and Firebase, but I'm working in a React plus Fast API plus MongoDB environment. Should I build this as a web-based journaling app using React, Fast API, and MongoDB? I think that's what we're going to do for this example. We'll just make a web version. And then 2, it says the core MVP features. Which feature should I prioritize first for the aha moment? Basic journaling with entries, AI-powered prompts and reflections, security features. And then at the end, it talks about the Open Router API key. And I'll show you guys how to get that in a minute completely for free. So I'm going to answer these questions and let the agent do its thing. I'm going to speed up the video here, but just so you guys know, during this whole process, I only answered one other question, and that's thanks to our PRD. And it wasn't complicated. It was super simple. It was just asking me about the Open Router API key, which we're going to get next. Here on the right, you can see that our app is ready to go. The agent knew exactly what it had to do. And in under 10 minutes, we now have our fully functioning MVP. Emergent does offer API connection inside of the app itself, but there are credits involved with that. I want to show you guys a completely free way to use AI inside of these tools that you build so you can test them. You can actually start sharing them with people. You can start using them. Depending on the use case and what the AI model can do, you may be able to build a profitable app at a very low budget. So this is openrouter.ai. I'm giving you guys all the sauce here. This is where I get all my free AI juice when I'm building out different apps and tools. I use OpenRouter all the time. I have a bunch of keys that I use and it's free to use. You literally just need to come up here, sign in, create an account, and you'll be able to start generating API keys from these free models. So check this out. If we come over here to search and we type free, look how long this list is of free models. These are all free. The ones that say free, like DeepSeek, Reka Flash. If we keep going down, there's going to be like a Google model. There's Mistral models. There's Moonshot. There's Quen models. There's a whole bunch of different models that you can use and experiment with. Each one has its own limitations, right? Each one can do certain things that others can't. Some are older, some are newer. So you're going to want to take some time and find a model that you think is going to be great for the solution that you're trying to provide, right? So I'm logged into my account. We're going to come over here to models and we are going to search for free models again. We're going to type free. And now we can see all the models down here. And what we're going to do is we are going to just pick one of these. For now, I guess for this example, we'll pick DeepSeek. You see how it says 0 per million input tokens, 0 per million output tokens. That means this is free. It's giving us the context. And if we go down, it gives us an overview of the model. It talks about apps that are using DeepSeek, this model specifically. Let's scroll back up to the top. And what we want from here is just the name of the model. It's very easy to copy. Just click this clipboard here and you'll copy the name automatically. Now, we don't just need the name, we need the API key. Now to get your API key, I want you to come over to your profile, click on your profile and go to keys, and you're just going to click create an API key. You can name your API key, name it the name of your app. You can put a credit limit. That's optional. And there are advanced settings, but really we just want our API key. So once we have our model name and our API key, we're going to go back to Emergent and we're going to paste the model name and the API key in the chat for the agent to then plug that into our app. So let's go do that now. So I've already pasted in the model and the API key, and it's as simple as just taking what you copied from Open Router and putting it into the no-code builder and asking it to incorporate it. It's not that complicated. Just say here, please use this model and API key for the app. So it's doing that, it's setting that up. And once that's finished, the app should be fully working. So after just a couple minutes of the agent working on its own, it's now plugged in the model that we asked for. It's using the API key from Open Router and the app is ready to go. Let's test it out. I built this app so you'd have to sign into it. So let's create an account first, right? So let's put in a test username. I'm going to put Bob. And the password will be something random. I'm going to create that account. Perfect. It's allowing me to save the password. We don't need to save it because it's just a test. So I like how this looks. It's clean. It's easy to understand. And it looks kind of how I imagined it. Over here to the left is the today's reflection prompt. So it's basically going to reflect on your entries and help you write new entries. And this is AI powered. So if we click new prompt, it should give us a new prompt. So let's give that a second. Below this, you've got your journey, your total entries this month, days journaled, so you can track your journey in your journal. And here is an option to write your first entry. Also, there's one here at the top. And I like this auto close feature. So basically, if you leave this inactive, it's going to automatically close. And that's like for privacy and just for people that want to write and walk away from their computer and not have to worry about somebody getting into their private diary. Below, you're going to be able to see your recent entries, but let's test this out. As you can see here to the left, it did change the prompt. So let's come here to write your first entry. Awesome. So here it says new journal entry. You got the mood emojis at the top like we asked for, the different styles of text, right? So here it's changing the text in your reflection. It's got a couple options there and we can keep adding to the app. This is just the first view you're getting. Like I haven't even really seen this yet until now with you guys live here in this video. Now, if we want to change the background, we can click on these colors. We can also put a title here. So let's put test 1. And here I'm going to write, this is a test entry. We're going to save the entry. Oh, cool. So here it says entry saved. Your mindful moment has been captured. And here you can see the recent entry. It says test 1. Today's entry up here, test 1. This is a test entry. And down here is your AI reflection. It says, thank you for sharing this reflection. Your awareness and honesty in writing shows deep self-compassion. Insights, your emotions are valuable messengers. Self-reflection builds inner wisdom. So as you put more information into this tool, it should be giving you better and better reflections. That's the goal with this. So there you have it. If you followed along from the beginning of this video to this point, you've probably built your first app. Now, this is just the first step. You're not going to become rich or Elon Musk because you built an app. What you need to do is start using it, start testing it, start learning how to make the app better, share it with people that you know, I would suggest building apps for yourself first. That's what I did, and it was super helpful as a learning experience. And also, it made me much smarter in thinking of systems and how to use prompts, and it made me just all around better with AI. Remember that the links to Emergent will be down in the description and the pinned comments. There will also be links below with helpful resources and our free AI PRD bot that's going to help you build. And don't forget that for a limited time, you can get my personal auto DM and comment bot for free. It's the same one I use to sell digital products on autopilot and never miss a lead. I'll even show you how to use it. So if you're ready to turn your content into profit, book a free strategy session with me right now. The link for everything is down in the description and the pinned comments. Now that you know how to build an app, you're going to have to market your app. So if you want to learn how to use AI tools to market your brand or your business, watch the video that's going to show up here on the screen. Make sure to subscribe, turn on that notification bell, and I will catch you guys in the next one.